So, as you guys know, we are reading The Assault on Truth. It's Freud's Suppression of the Seduction Theory by Jeffrey Mason. Again, I'm reading off a script. I'm really bad at making myself sound smart, I guess, if I don't have it written down first. So, I've been reading this very carefully. It talks a lot about how the author was ostracized by his colleagues when he discovered that Freud, in the beginning, had a completely opposite opinion. If you guys don't know, his theory was that everyone, when somebody would come to him and say, I was molested when I was in childhood, he would state that that wasn't true. This is just your desires coming forward. When you were a kid, you had early desires. And would even go so far as saying, like, it was a wide known thing that you don't believe it. So that's what his later works stated. Again, Freud has been discredited, so we are reading this because this is one of the things that Candace Owens says to read, and we'll get to that in a minute. So it again was just unexpressed desire from the child, and it was all made up. In his earlier works, he said that people's mental health problems came from real sexual abuse in childhood. The author started to discover that and ask questions about why he flipped. Again, I should say that this author in several times has said, I didn't think this would be huge. I wanted to just know, maybe I was not understanding these things correctly, because he found some letters. Maybe I'm not understanding it correctly. By simply asking questions about it and seeking clarification, not asked to leave. They kicked him out of several psychology teams. And so I can see how Candace Owens is making a inference or a line. I can see how she's making kind of like a line between that and what she is saying about Israel. Now, I've been watching all of her podcasts. I've been watching all of her things, and while some things do deserve like clarification, especially in the text messages, because she's right, it doesn't look like a typical 22-year-old would say these things, and there's no timestamps. But we also have to be reminded that a few things. One, obviously she's grieving. I feel like part of this, yes, it deserves questions, but other parts are like, she's grieving and trying to make sense of crazy. You can't make sense of crazy. It's just crazy as crazy does. It doesn't mean crazy is right, because crazy obviously is wrong, but crazy is as crazy does. Another thing is that while, yes, some questions need to be answered, I don't feel like we're going to get those answers until the trial, which I do hope this goes to trial. I do hope that we hear these answers, because I feel like it would help everybody for some closure. But with that being said, I'm doing my own research. I'm looking into what people are saying. I do understand how grief can kind of cloud the mind, make people focus, which can be a good thing. But I'm hoping that we don't just go down this weird rabbit hole. So, I hope you guys have a great day.